conscious, even though I can achieve no problem, and even though I can see what they watching TV with a DVD, I can repeat what I see these streets shocking. Easy if I need beat it, I just eat beats like I'm easy, eat confident. I eat meat like I'm EBT shopping. Credit card max, spend the bars back. Fuck your hoe, get branded, all that. Run in your house and bring your heart back. Some of your face and dead the doormat. Who got the keys to the rented Corvette? Can't catch me in a man in all black. I bet on that shit.
You're so ugly. You're not my brother. You're not even my real dad no more. All right, y'all. We're not about to do this. We're not about to do this today.
You started it.
Shut the fuck up.
You started
All right, y'all. We're about to react to the speech. I've already seen it. Just because
I didn't see it.
I watched it live. And this nigga was working. And I was just being a bum on my couch. I actually watched this in the shower. TMI. YOLO.
I honestly didn't know you watched it until you told me right before we recorded, which is not a big deal because I didn't watch it. So, I mean, I don't know. Like, this is the you said the speech that he gave to the UN, United Nations?
Yes.
For what? Do you know for what purpose? What was the reason? Because I didn't get to hear a lot.
It was kind of just like a self-love type of speech. Like, kind of to like the younger generation to like love themselves pretty much.
So what did they get invited to the UN for?
Probably just their outstanding positivity is what I would assume.
So, I'm wondering, that's really strange because it's, they laughed at Trump. Did y'all see that? Did you see it?
No.
The UN laughed at him.
For what?
Because, real quick, we're going to talk about just real quick. It's not even a lot. Trump came, he went to the United Nations. He was giving an address. And he said that him and his administration has done more. That's coming from outside. Him and his administration has done more in America than any presidential administration in the history of the country. And the whole audience laughed. And he was like, he just paused for a minute and was like, that's not the reaction I was expecting, but okay. And then they laughed even harder after he said that.
I could see that.
And he was just like stuck on stupid, like just like it was crazy. Like, so look that up after y'all watch this or before or whatever. Pause this, go check that out because that's hilarious too. But yeah, let's go ahead and watch this because this is interesting. I wonder how many of them in there know who he is.
UNICEF Executive Director, and all the excellencies and distinguished guests from across the world. My name is Kim Namjoon, also known as RM, the leader of the group BTS. It is an incredible honor to be invited to an occasion with such significance for
every time I look
generation.
at their faces individually, I just want to laugh.
BTS launched the Love My Strength campaign.
All of them, because they just like, I feel like they're like laughing at stuff in their head. Like, look at J-Hope. I feel like he just almost cracked
We're
this
partnering with UNICEF's End Violence program to protect children and young people all over the world from violence. And our fans have become a major part of this campaign with their action and with their enthusiasm. We truly have the best fans in the world.
He's actually quite an eloquent speaker.
And I'd like to begin by talking about myself. I was born in Ilsan, a city near Seoul, South Korea. It is really beautiful.
Look at her. Hold on. Look at this old lady right here in the corner. Look at her face. Why does she look so dumbfounded?
She's like, he can speak English?
That's honestly the first thing I was going to say. Is like, oh, look at this, the Asian man speaking perfect English.
I can't believe it.
Speaks it better than my husband. Wow, look at her face. Her jaw, her mouth is open the whole time.
Maybe she's never seen such beautiful people.
I spent a very happy childhood there, and I was just an ordinary boy. I used to look up at the night sky and wonder, and I used to dream the dreams of a boy. I used to imagine that I was a superhero who could save the world.
Goddamn,
and in an intro to one of our early albums, there's a line that says, my heart stopped when I was maybe 9 or 10. Looking back, I think that's when I began to worry about what other people thought of me and starting seeing myself through their eyes. I stopped looking up at the night skies, the stars. I stopped daydreaming. Instead, I just tried to jam myself into the molds that other people made.
It almost seemed like he was about to start rapping right there.
I began to shut out my own voice and started to listen to the voices of others. No one called out my name, and neither did I. my heart stopped and my eyes closed shut. So, like this, we all lost our names. We became like ghosts. But I had one century, and that was music. There was a small voice inside of me that said, wake up, man, and listen to yourself.
You see how
But it
swag he
took me
said that?
quite a
Wake
long
up,
time to
man.
hear music calling my real name. Even after making the decision to join BTS, there were a lot of hurdles. Some people might not believe, but most people thought we were hopeless. And sometimes I just wanted to quit. But I think I was very lucky that I didn't give it all up. And I'm sure
He
that
just cracks me up.
and we
He's just like saying
will
that with
keep
such
stumbling
emphasis.
and falling like this. BTS has become artists performing in those huge stadiums and selling millions of albums right now, but I am still an ordinary 24-year-old guy. If there's anything that I've achieved,
Extraordinary?
it was only possible that I have my other BTS members right by my side, and because of the love and the support that our ARMY fans all over the world made for us.
He's the only one who can speak English, right?
And
Good
maybe
English.
I made a mistake yesterday, but yesterday's me is still me. Today, I am who I am with all of my faults and my mistakes. Tomorrow, I might be a tiny bit wiser, and that'll be me too. These faults and mistakes are what I am, making up the brightest stars in the constellation of my life. I have come to love myself for who I am, for who I was, and for who I hope to become. I like to say the one last thing. After releasing our Love Yourself albums and launching the Love Myself campaign, we started to hear remarkable stories from our fans all over the world, how our message helped them overcome their hardships in life and start loving themselves. Those stories constantly remind us of our responsibility. So, let's take all one more step. We have learned to love ourselves. So now I urge you to speak yourself. I like to ask all of you, what is your name? What excites you and makes your heart beat? Tell me your story. I want to hear your voice. I want to hear your conviction. No matter who you are, where you're from, your skin color, your gender identity, just speak yourself. Find your name and find your voice by speaking yourself. I'm Kim Namjoon and also RM of BTS. I'm an idol and I'm an artist from a small town in Korea. Like most people, I've made many and plenty mistakes in my life. I have many faults and I have many more fears, but I'm gonna embrace myself as hard as I can. And I'm starting to love myself gradually, just little by little. What is your name? Speak yourself. Thank you very much.
Dang, he looked like he almost brought all of the members to tears with that one.
Man, so many people were like, I was crying.
Yeah,
I was crying.
I saw that.
With so many young fans around the world, it was a pleasure having BTS with us, and I'm thankful that you use your platform and creativity to reach young audiences with positive messages about what it means to be a young person in the world today.
And that's when I cut it off.
Good for them though. That's fantastic. They got to speak up the UN.
That's a huge platform.
Man, that's a hell of a platform. I can't think of a bigger one, honestly. That's like the platform. Like the United Nations, most rappers, iconic, like you have a certain level of worldwide fame that you have to be at. Not just fame, but pull, power, like knowledge, just that's amazing. Honestly, like I love what he was talking about, because when he's saying, that he himself, a lot of the dude that y'all look to and is like, he taught me how to love myself and this and that, he himself is saying, I'm still learning how to love myself. So remember that when y'all hard on yourself. This dude who's telling y'all, he's still learning how to do it. I definitely didn't do it. I never learned how to do it. I just drowned it in morbid humor, That's what I do.
Pal.
We're dealing. That's how I get around my, crippling depression. But hey, to each his own.
I get around mine with extreme overconfidence.
We're dealing.
We're dealing.
But yeah, we appreciate that. Was that a request, or did we just decide to do that on our own? Because
I thought about that midway through the video. Like, if y'all see me look confused, like why did we just? I think we just did it.
We might have just did it.
Mm.
Yeah, we heard about it, wanted to check it out. So yeah, we just went ahead and did it. It's about time we did a video that we wanted to do in this this rotation of videos. But yeah, let us know what you guys think in the comments. I know that this video is probably gonna get all types of comments, emotional stuff, just long paragraphs of things, and so I'm gonna have to really sit down and gear up, because I gotta start responding to y'all, because this is gonna be a big deal. So appreciate you guys coming out. Hope you had a good time. See you in the next video. Peace.